My name is Tami Bhaumik. I work for Roblox. I've been there for 9 years. It's crazy. And I'm the Vice President of Civility, which means that I focus on bridging the education gap between young people and parents and educators through safety education, mental health and well-being education, and digital literacy skills. So about a year and a half ago, we hosted a workshop called the Civility Innovation Workshop. We partnered with the Digital Wellness Lab, Boston Children's Hospital, and we convened over 100 thought leaders from around the world, from academics to researchers to child psychiatrists to pediatricians to industry to policymakers. And we held this workshop based on a hypothesis: in 5 years, the online world can be safer and more civil than in real life. The one thing that came out so strongly was incorporate youth voice meaningfully through all of the things that you're doing, from identifying the problems, the actual problems, to the solutions, and then the iterations afterwards. So in order to do that, we actually put our money where our mouth is. And we focused on developing a teen council, and we announced it last November. We just finished all of the application process, and we'll be announcing our new teen council in March. So we're very excited. The role of this teen council is really to advocate both internally and then also externally by creating educational materials on how to stay safe, how to prioritize your mental health and being, digital literacy skills. And it's from youth for youth, because there's nothing more powerful than a friend telling you what to do versus some middle-aged industry exec telling you how to stay safe.
Sure.
Right? You're going to listen to your friends. And we really want authenticity. We want transparency. And so bringing in this teen council, I think, is going to really help do that. I know our product teams, Roblox is huge. We have probably 70 different distinct product teams that are so excited to tap into the teen council to get immediate feedback. But then we also have researchers. We have research in the company that do a lot of focus groups with teens. We do quantitative studies as well. So we're tapping into youth voice in that way. And then we also tap into other youth councils. So the Digital Wellness Lab has their own youth council that we've worked with before, as well as other youth councils from nonprofits like Thorn. Their No Filter initiative has a teen council that has done amazing work with us to make sure that we're being relevant as we're thinking through the complexities of new product features.
That's exciting. In such a creative platform like Roblox, where there's so many different intermixings of ideas, how do you balance civility, which is your position, and creativity, which is your mission, in your job and in the youth safety that you produce?
Roblox it was developed in order to allow people of all ages, happen to be young people, not a great surprise, that really grabbed onto it because we offered free tools that allowed them to create experiences and storytell. And storytelling is such an important part of creativity. It also is such an important part for dealing with mental health and identification and connection. So that was the whole reason why our CEO and founder, Dave Baszucki, who's still our CEO today, that's why he developed and created Roblox, for exactly that reason. And so when we think about safety, it has always been at the forefront. Because young people were creators initially, we had to prioritize it. We were never a company that developed a product for teens or adults. We were never, so we didn't have to look back and go, ooh, gosh, we have to think about COPPA. We have to think about safe harbors. We have to think about personally identifiable information and protect that. We always had to prioritize this. In terms of the big about face, in terms of what a lot of other social media companies are dealing with right now, in terms of having to retrofit their systems to be safe for children, that was never a problem for us. And so from a free speech standpoint, what it does is it makes us apply more rigor to the policies and our community standards. For our creators, they have to go through a huge questionnaire as before their experience is published on the platform, where we're asking them a series of questions about their experience that where we place those content labels, right? So again, it's a balance, to go back to your original question, in terms of creativity and then making sure people are safe and that there's appropriateness there. We really kind of balance that by being thoughtful about our content guidelines, getting input from teen and youth councils, and then also as things roll out, getting feedback from our community as well. Ooh, did we get this wrong? Right? And then we have to go back and retake a look at it.
That's such a unique perspective, because I feel like today, like a lot of people have been talking about how you had to go back in and fix the problem after it's already been implemented to the public. But it seems like Roblox was already proactive before they were reactive.
I'm not to say that we miss sometimes.
Yeah.
So we do have to go back and fix some things, sometimes. But for the most part, we are very thoughtful about what we're doing. We have a system internally called Trust by Design. And all the features that are rolling out have to go through this process of Trust by Design. It is a purposeful friction point. The product managers hate it. Right? They're like, oh, just get my baby out into the world. But they've got to go through this Trust by Design process where there's all these different teams involved. There is marketing, communication, there's civility, there's public policy, there's legal. And we all jump in and we analyze, what is this feature, what it might affect our community, what are the risk factors, what are the legal risk factors, what are the brand perception. We think of all of these different things, right? Before we'll allow for a product feature to roll out. And I'm really proud to say that when people think about tech companies putting profits over the mental health and well-being of kids, I can honestly say that Roblox doesn't. Because we are very purposeful at putting all of these friction points in, we've been successful at rolling back things and kicking things back, going, this is dangerous, this could potentially allow a bad actor to connect. Go back and rethink this. How do we make it safer? Right. Now, already we're living in a world on the internet where there are always going to be loopholes that the bad actors get through. So I'm never going to ever say that Roblox is 100% safe. I think that would be a ridiculous thing. Yeah. But I would have to say, with new features coming out, we're very thoughtful about it.
That's great to hear. Thank you so much for sharing your insight.